Hello everyone. Uh, I put a post a couple hours ago and I asked that America need to get back to work, and I got a lot of mixed messages. I got some messages that people were really supporting this, and some messages that people attacked me and thought that, like, saying stuff like I'm taking it lightly, or how dare you say we need to go back to work, or I don't appreciate life. So I want to just clarify a couple points, okay? And please be patient with me, okay? Number one, when I'm talking about let's get back to work, let's start where we come from. It all started in China. Well, China last night announced that they are canceling all the travel bans, all the travel restrictions around their country except for the city of Wuhan. My friend Omar Nagy, who I went to school with since we were in kindergarten, he sent me a message. He lived in China for 12 years, and he sent me a message telling me, like, all the Chinese factories are back in full force, back online. And guess what? All the embassies in Beijing is down on their knees asking for medical supplies. But when we talk about the Chinese government, we have to differentiate between the Chinese government and the Chinese people. The Chinese government is like any government in the world, okay, that they want to do the best for themselves, the best for their country. The only difference here is they are communist, and communists tend to have the idea of it is okay to sacrifice few thousand people for the bigger good. This is not a conspiracy theory, but let me tell you for a fact, if you go and Google it, that the Chinese were hiding the virus from November to January 14th. And then when they finally told us, after they kept extending their new year, they finally told us, yes, we have a virus. They said January 14th, but it doesn't transmit from human to human. And the World Health Organization kept asking them. And then finally, at the end of January, this is when they told the World Health Organization, oh my God, it transferred from human to human. During this period, there was more than 5 million Chinese that were in and out of Wuhan and around the world. By the way, a lot of flights were going to Italy because Italy is in the Chinese Silk Way to Europe. When we talk about the Chinese government, it's different from the Chinese people. The Chinese people are my friends. I actually have Chinese friends that I go to their home, they come to my home, that we do business together. They are very nice people, and they are just people like me and you and everyone is watching. Okay, all what they need is to prosper and take care of their kids and take care of their business and be. That's all what they want. That's all what they are asking for. So if you're gonna call me racist, for God's sake, come on, man. Like, you can hear my accent and you can read my name, and my name is Mahmoud Al Awadi. I'm saying it because I know 99.9% of you can't say it the way I said it, and I'm okay with that. I'm a proud Muslim, American, Arab, Egyptian. I'm a proud human being. So we're done with this part. So please don't ever think about this whole racist thing. Now let's move to the next part. Why did I say today we need to get back to work? You know, when you're in a ship and you're in a fishing boat and you're in the middle of the ocean and you have a really bad storm coming and the waves are high and no one knows how to swim, because right now none of us knows how to swim. None of us know what's going on. None of us know what's happening, or none of us know when it will end. But we all don't know how to swim. The majority of the people in the boat is gonna look at the waves and they will be scared. And those are the people who will get very seasick and they will not be able to see through. While they are looking at the waves, I'm looking here. I'm looking at the horizon. I'm looking, knowing from the past experience on being in other boats and other storms that we made it safe. And that everything is gonna go fine after that. And a lot of these people were in the boat with me, they will get married and they will have kids and their businesses will go up and everything will fine. We will survive. So while you're looking here in the dark, I'm looking here on the horizon. Look with a different eye. Now, where do I get that confidence that everything will be okay? April 12, 2009. You remember 2009? If I tell you 2009, the only thing you will remember, the financial crisis, the Great Depression. Right? Millions of people lost their jobs. Economies are bad. Obama has just been elected. You know, we'll talk about the bailout. Ben Bernanke is the heads of the Feds fighting everyone for $872 billion bailout to the largest banks in the USA. But what happened in April 12 was the first cases of H1N1 virus being discovered in the USA. Now, you sitting there at your home, tell me, if you remember really what happened with H1N1, please raise your hand. Because I didn't remember till yesterday when I was talking to one of my best friends who I knew her and worked with her for years, and we're talking about H1N1, and she's like, Mood, did you forget? You were the one who took me to the hospital because I was very sick and I got the H1N1. I'm like, I didn't even remember that. It was 11 years ago. See, as humans, all humans tend to have a very short memory, okay, of things that happened before, and we tend to look in the waves and what's happening now. April 12, 2009 till April 10, 2010, in exactly 1 year, 60.8 million Americans got the H1N1. 60.8 million Americans. Every number I'm sharing with you, every statistics, I'm gonna put the links to it, to the CDC, a government website where you can verify everything I'm telling you. Out of the 60.8 million, there was 12,000, let me get you the exact number, 12,942 deaths. Now, unlike the coronavirus, okay, the majority of the people got sick with the young people and the kids. So actually that was hurting the workforce, because they were the young people who were getting very sick. 980 schools were shut down. And when I say there's difference between old and young, I'm not saying there's a life is more precious than another life, but listen, I buried my father 3 years ago. He was age 66. He died because he took one wrong pill, which created severe allergies, and 17 days he passed away. And when I was visiting him, it was supposed to be the best vacation in my life. But then instead of me taking him around and showing him a good time, I ended burying him with my own hands. So no one can talk to me about taking life easy or lightly, because I know the pain when you bury someone, especially your father, the man that you lived all your life, look up to him. And neither I'm taking it lightly people who are getting sick, because my own son few years back had AML leukemia, and I almost lost him being a single dad, and almost lost him to cancer when they gave him only 6 weeks to survive. So I know the pain of burying someone you love, and I know the pain of seeing someone you love in very bad health condition. So please, when you say these comments, and I'm not gonna call it names, about I'm taking things lightly or I don't care about health, come on. Just go dig in my wall a little bit and learn more about the person you attack. H1N1 will go back 2009, 2010, 1 year, 60.8 million American, 12,294 deaths, okay? 980 schools shut down, 150,000 to 500, between 151,000 and 574,000 people died around the world. You see the big gap, the big difference in the number versus today. You can look at your app and see every second who's getting sick where around the world and who's dying. You can find this for you right now. So look how the technology have advanced in just a 10-year period, how we came so far. But you know what happened in 2009, 2010? The NBA didn't stop the games, and banks didn't shut down, and we didn't have curfew. We didn't make us sit down. Now, I'm not asking people not to sit down. I want people to actually please stay home for as long as the doctors recommend. Please stay home, because this is the right thing to do, okay? I am very serious about this, okay? We take these things very serious. And listen, okay? I'll tell you what, here at my home, any one of my kids, when they come, I got the gloves, I got the Lysol, I got the face mask. We take each other temperature every 6 hours, and we have hand sanitizer. So we're not taking this lightly, period. But all what I'm saying, that we need to be more realistic. We need to get people to work. I am worried about social unrest. Now, some of you right there, they are sending me messages, say, well, Trump didn't be ready. He was not ready. Trump took it lightly in the beginning. Trump did this. You know, I just told you about what happened in 2009, 2010. So Obama administration went through a pandemic with 60 million Americans got sick. Don't you think that they had 8 years in power to prepare for a day like today? I voted for Obama. I didn't vote for Trump, just to be clear. But should I blame the guy that was just hit with it a month or 2 months ago? or the guy who was in power for 8 years. And by the way, he cut the CDC budget in 2014. Again, everything I'm telling you, please go Google and find out for yourself. Let's stop pointing fingers, because it's not gonna make anyone happy, and see where we're going from here. I don't know about you, but I have lived in Florida for the past 17 years. So I've been through hurricanes. And during hurricanes, like Charlie, like Anderson, like Katrina, chaos, okay, theft, social unrest. Go look at Katrina, that people were attacking the hospitals, killing nurses to steal medicine. You know what sell in a pandemic? 3 things sell in pandemic: news, groceries, and guns. Do yourself a favor, go to the closest Bass Pro Shop or sports spa, whatever, a sports place. They run out of bullets. There's no ammunition. Just like you talk about toilet paper, there's no bullets. Social unrest is gonna cost us a lot, and you have to expect it. They're gonna send $4,000 to the people if you have 2 kids and you married. Well, how long the $4,000 between his rent, his groceries, his payments, it's gonna run, and then what? So for those who's like the bailout money, that I am asking both parties to get it through immediately, that it's gonna go to the companies. It needs to go to the companies, because they are the one who's actually hiring hundreds of thousands of people. And if these hundreds of thousands of people go out of business, the small businesses, the mom and pop shops, will not have customers. They will go out of business. Now, I'm totally in support for restricting any payback and giving any single penny to any board director or CEO. They don't get to have access to a penny of this. This is my tax money, this is my hard working money, and this money need to go those in need. But to speak about wind and solar and voter registration, trying to make some political gain, is the stupidest shit I've ever heard of in the time of a crisis. We need to get together, and we need to understand where we came from, who started this, where are we today, and we need to look through the glasses so we see the horizon. America will prevail, the wallet will prevail. We will come out of this stronger, but we need to come out of this as soon as possible. The longer it will take, the longer it will just hurt. We need to give as much support immediately to all the medical staffs around the US. Get the hospitals ready, okay? And don't forget the media dirty role in all of this. 2009, 2010 at the H1N1, the media was covering the story wall to wall, till people start getting bored of hearing the same news, listening to the same doctors over and over, and the news saying the same thing. So the people went to the social media. So the media channels, guess what? They picked another story. There was a senator who turned from a Democrat to Republican, and they start covering this, and the H1N1 story died. So the media is a big part of this. And the first that started was commentators who had no medical idea. They created panic and chaos. And finally, when they listened to everyone, start bringing medical experts, start getting boring. Because we hear the same thing. Wash your hands, stay away from people, check your fever, cover your mouth, okay? Don't shake hands. I mean, super simple, basic stuff. The one last thing I will leave you with: my words are my responsibility. The way how you interpret them, the way how you understand them, is your responsibility. So please, be gentle and take it easy on each other. In these times, it's the times that we put our ideologies. It doesn't matter you're a Democrat or a Republican. I'm actually amazed that some people are still mentioning these names right now, because for me, I have 2 things and only 2 things: my ideology, the thing that I will live and die for, my kids, and my country. God bless you all. Stay safe, stay home till we get out of this as quick as possible, so we can get America to work. Thank you.